you to feel comfortable and relaxed. Not need to just is show everything is posed. You just feel relaxed. Feel happy. And
Okay.
there'll be next conversation. If you feel so restricted or you feel everything is caged, you cannot talk easily.
Absolutely. That's so true. That is so true. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm fine. You just have to ask me the questions, I guess.
Yeah, it's just before I came here, I check from internet about the land of the free, the free of the land, or and I watch there's but most description is about the old movie, they shoot it earlier, and their songs, their directors, their teams, and also the Samuel, the main the main role, huh? And so I came here to meet you. I have very strong question list about one part is use is Newark, I suppose, huh? But the name is the same, huh? So what's the difference? I mean, what's the difference, and what's the difference with the old parts, old movie and old the works,
Okay, so
the
you want to discuss my work that I've done as an actress in the past and also what I'm doing right now? You want to...
I think this is I'm doing right now. Asking this question is very direct, but actually I can classify it in different parts. Like the first part you can make yourself introduce yourself a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the other part but this is can be either very professional way or either you just we just talk and people will get to know you naturally and automatically.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So other part is like or talk about the works, because this is the works you are going. This is your I don't know is how many you have already read. You already wrote, huh?
So how many projects
yeah.
many movies I wrote?
Yeah.
This
It's
actually
scripts, yeah.
this actually is my first one that I wrote it, and it is the first one I'm producing it. But as an actress, no, I've done a lot of work. I started when I was 3 years old. My first commercial, it was in 1980. I was 3 years old. It was Shampoo and Johnson in France. From there, also worked in another TV series. It was called in France. I was 7 years old. It was called Les Dames des Chambres. So it's French. But you can go to Facebook. You'll find that.
Yeah, I understand. I do not understand, but Riccardi told me that you're you're a star when you was a kid,
Yes, I was a star when I was a kid. So from commercials, from TV series, from Croque Vacances, it's like a series for the children, like Sesame Street. I did that in France. In Portugal, I've done one soap opera. Then I stopped because my parents, they want me to continue my studies. I went to university, I was 15. By 19, I had a master's degree. So I've never been in a normal school. I was always with private tutors or private schools, and so I lived in a very protected bubble. So extremely intelligent and bright, but not street smart.
Yeah,
So
it's great house, let's say.
It's two different tools. Intelligence is one thing, but street smart is the experience that you have in life on the streets.
Yeah, it's
and
like a wild animal, huh?
And definitely, I didn't have that one, and probably that's why I fell to the trap. Being an artist, fell into the trap and being lured to come to the United States, but then I was captive for 3 years.
Oh, I see.
As a victim of human trafficking. In the United States, in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, for 3 years. It was in 1997 until 1999, towards the end of 1999. But now I'm back. So when I was rescued by the FBI, and the person who rescued me, actually, we had a relationship for 6 years. I almost got married with the gentleman. His name is Daniel, and but he was promoted to go to China, actually, Beijing. That's why he is, and he's still there for the Federal Bureau of Investigation in China. And the long distance was very hard for us, but also career-wise, we're just different. He's a law enforcement, I'm an artist. So we knew that it was too dangerous to go towards that path, being an artist with someone that is supposed to keep his face anonymous.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to go separate ways, and I go back to my studies. That decided to do my doctorate, and I was back and forth between United States and Europe, between Portugal, France, and United States, and did some internships. I did one for Vanilla Sky. It was really cool, and I was featured, and that's the way I got my SAG card. From there, I decided to do a lot of independent films. Some they were short, some they're low budget films, but they're like 2 hours film. Yeah, I did the Spark Riders, and I did Searching for Caravaggio, but I'm very proud of it. And then 4 years ago, I decided to write a story, and this is the story that I have to tell right now. And how I got inspiration, it was from a dream that I had. From the dream become a reality. Also, my manager was telling me many times, Marie, you speak 4 languages, and you're very, you're just not an actress. You're a singer, you're a dancer, but you're an amazing writer. So I decided to join forces with another writer, Peter Bernard Lewis. He's my business partner, and he's American. So we brought the best of both worlds. Brought the energy of Europe. He brought the energy of the United States. Also I'm a woman. He's a man. So our script is very androgynous. And then I realized that to tell my past, to tell my story was the best way. And I decided to do a film about human trafficking. I did a lot of research. And I find myself that what was human trafficking, because when I was rescued, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about human trafficking. My boyfriend at that time, when he rescued me, he didn't tell me. And actually, many years later, I asked him, why you didn't tell me? And he's like, well, because you're not already. When I rescued you, you were so angry. You have so much anger. But some reason the anger did save me. Because you can go two different paths. Or you're very passive about it, and if you're passive, you fall to depression, and you can go through suicidal or to destruction.
Die,
Or you choose anger, and when you have anger, you fight against depression. It's a different kind of depression, but you know you will survive because it comes from a place of strength. So it came from a place of strength, and find the right man in my life was amazing. It was a miracle, and my parents. So I had so much love and support that, and I was lucky enough financially to continue my studies, to be focused on that, and focus on myself, and healing myself, and then start my career again, and write this story today, which I think bad things, they happen to you for a good reason. I believe it's a lesson, and I feel maybe as an actress I had to go through this to tell the story, to tell my own experience, to create awareness about the problem.
So this is the origin of the idea of this Land Free of the work come from, huh?
Yeah, Land Free, except for me, it definitely comes from my heart.
So is this your summary of your past, maybe like 20 or 15 years of life, huh?
Yeah, when I was from 19 until I was 23. Obviously, we make some changes on the script to make the story much more commercial. We mix with imagination with reality, but 75% of the script is my story. My mom, my dad is in it. My mom, she's gonna sing. My mom, she's a fado singer. She's well known. She's gonna sing. She's gonna be in the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's great. Actually,
it's unique. It's very unique film. It's different from every movie I've
I
seen.
like this kind of works because for me, I'm doing this is what's my principle. My principle also is must be real, authentic, and natural, and no makeup, no faking, and in first it's real, authentic, and then as no matter the content is. But must you speak your heart, or no matter what you speak from your heart,
Well, it's true.
And also it's because this is when you speak first, you express yourself. Second, the other people want to see this and they can learn or they can get to know something, then you can have all the connections, inter-response.
Well, it's a different dimension. We know motion pictures adds a lot of power to tell stories. And it's the best way to educate people today is through visuals.
This is why I feel is like if you 75% is real, but maybe it's just for commercial reason you edit, you polish it, it's into
you add elements. You add elements to make the story much more entertaining. Obviously, but it is personal. It's 100% personal. It is to express myself, and I believe the success of this film. It is because it came from to express yourself and not to impress. And usually when you express yourself, that's when you do impress. And our project is unique because the actress playing yourself in the film living that experience that I went through. So no one has done that before. It's unique because I went through that. Second, because I know the world of human trafficking. I've been there.
Yeah.
Third, because I know FBI and I know how they work. So everything on the script is faithful to how they work.
Yeah.
And I got those information. Not very few will have those information. And also because a lot of the characters are based on real people. My mom, she's going to be in the film. I'm using my own mother. My own mother, she's going to be an actress there. So if we think about it, it's in hybrid.
From the dimension.
It's a different dimension of reality. Because when you watch the film, you'll be, well, wait a minute, it's a film, but it's so real. Because it came from reality.
This is great. This is wonderful, you know.
Yeah, it's avant-garde. It's very avant-garde. And I believe what is avant-garde, it really sells. Plus, and it's very universal. It's a very international story because human trafficking today, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a worldwide problem. It's not just here in the United States. But people think human trafficking, it's about third world countries. Oh, human trafficking is about China.
No, this
it's about
definitely
India.
not. No.
It's here in the United States.
It's just because propaganda is this media, you know, the media thing. Actually, you know, if you live in the globe, you know, every day the same, you know.
Exactly. So it's worldwide, and we think a film is the only way to create an impact and make a change. I'm not pitching. It's not preaching or pitching. But this film, it's about really when people they come to see the film, it's so memorable, they will never forget. And the fact they're going to feel me, they're going to feel my experience. I think when they leave, maybe it can create a little change in themselves and realize that it's time to do a change. It's time to do something about it. Because no one wants to be a slave. And if we don't know what's going to happen in 20 years.
I think that's great because I met lots of people actually are on the very hot topic, you know, hot subject, you know.
It is a very hot topic, but unfortunately, it's a lot of taboo.
Yeah.
A lot of people they don't want to know.
Yeah.
And so it is necessary. It's to create awareness, make a change, and to give knowledge because knowledge is power. And the only way to prevent the problem it is the knowledge. You know, you cannot fight against a disease if you don't have the knowledge first. You need to know where it comes from, why it's growing, the way it's growing, and you need to know the sources. If you don't know those 3 elements, how can you fight against a disease? So obviously, a film will be the way to give that knowledge to children, to teenagers, to parents, and to teach parents power to be better parents, and to teach their children, you know, not to speak with strangers or not to believe what people they say to you, because the truth is, everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear. And that's when the main focus about human trafficking, it's seduction. It is about seduction. And or because you have problems with money or because of love. For me, I fell in love with the wrong man. And that's why I fell to the trap of human trafficking. I was a labor slave. I was not a sex slave. Because I married, I was captive for 3 years in a dark room. So he was the one who only abused me. But he forced me to work in a restaurant for 6 months. And that's where the FBI, they found me. And everyone that worked in the restaurant was working for free. Some of them were actually sleeping in the back of the restaurant. So it is very, very sad when you see something like that. And all of them, they were from different parts of the world. So, you know, it's and that, you know, we talk about that on the script.
I think that that's the effects, or that's the effects of what you want to, what the works, what going to bring to the world, or when the people afterwards movie, how they feel is this kind of reaction. You are looking forward to it, huh?
Well, we're looking for, you know, theatrical release. This film, we have 2 great producers. They're big names. We have already wonderful actors attached, big names. And we have the father of Rance Howard. We have Bob Gutton. He's a legend here in the United States, especially in the TV world. But he's known for his work at the Shawshank Redemption with the team, oh my God, I forgot his name.
It's all right, you know. I think we put down the, you know.
Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins.
So
he was in Shawshank Redemption. He played with Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And also Argo, the film that actually won the Oscar this year for Best Picture. Actually, Bob Gordon is on that film.
Oh, Bob Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, Bob Gordon. So he's very well known. We have Carlos Santana agreed to do a song for a film. We have Chris Rich. He's another famous actor from TV here in the United States. Not known as international, but very well known here in the United States. I have myself. My line producer is amazing. He was a producer for Crash, Nothing But the Truth with Kate Beckinsale, Commander in Chief with Gina Davis. My cinematographer is Steven Fieberg. He was a cinematographer for the film Loving Under Drugs with Jake Gyllenhaal, Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal. So we do have a wonderful team. I could go on. My production designer, he's the production designer for Hunger Games. So we have big names already attached to the project. So we're very ambitious. So we want to be independent, but with the arm of a studio. So we're looking for theatrical release worldwide because we think the problem is serious and the world should know. So that's our vision. That's our goal.
So it's great. So you have already a great team, and then now you are. So this we spoke about the works, you know, and the origin and the works, the content and the effects, and then the team, and then now we are talking about maybe like you know, what's your schedule for making this movie also?
We are thinking to start showing the film in January or February 2014. That's our goal. And I think it is definitely that time. The locations, we have 3 locations. It could be Los Angeles, so California base, or New Mexico, Tennessee, or Canada. So those are the 4 locations that we're thinking. And we have Utah, Arizona state. So those are the states that right now we are discussing and doing negotiations where to shoot the film. And you know, and we're looking for to join 2 more actors, and right now I'm not going to mention names because they're not attached yet, but they are 2 major stars. So, and I hope with that will help us to, you know, to create the attention more in the media for the film. But I think they would be perfect choice for our film for sure. For a director, we do have a wonderful director right now, but actually I do have a dream director that I wanted. He's actually Chinese. He's Ang Lee.
Li An. In Chinese, Li An. English, Li An Li.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the directors that I would love to direct my film. And why? Because he has a very international vision.
Yeah.
He understands the American language, but also he understands the overseas. And he knows how to work with international actors. It doesn't matter which language you're speaking. So it was one of my first choices as a director.
The main director.
Yeah. But we do have already a director. He's somehow attached, but I didn't have the final contract with him because I want to see if I can get to Ang Lee. That's definitely our goal.
Oh, you try first. You already reaching him.
We're working on it.
Working it. Oh, maybe let's see. You know, I'm not sure. Maybe you know, I'm not sure I'm that so big problem or not, but I will try. Okay, I will try to have. Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. But it's Chinese, so it's so interesting that, you know.
But he's very famous, you know. So
yeah, he's very famous, but you know, he's very laid back.
But I can do interview to him, you know, and you know, I can.
Yeah, he's very laid back.
Yeah.
He's very different. I fell in love with the movie Life of Pi. I felt very related to that film because I felt like I was that little boy, you know, being in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. And I felt that that's the way I was for 3 years. The way that boy was living, that's the way I lived for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's very, very painful because there is no hope. And when there is no hope, I got 24 hours. It's like 3 years. It's very painful. You live with pain constantly. People don't understand. It's you don't even know how a human being can survive. So that's why the film, he meant a lot to me, and I felt that you know, I felt that Ang Lee would be a perfect choice. And I also direct the film Brokeback Mountain, and I love what he did. Very simplistic story, but so much he brings so much poetry to the film, and
Beautiful.
so much and there's so much realism, and he gave it also that epic quality, and my film has that epic quality, and I think that's why I felt that he would be a perfect fit.
Okay, I'll try to help. Okay, I'll remember this. Okay.
There we go.
I can try to set up interview with him, you know, if he's in Los Angeles, you know, and you know, I can talk about this idea and show him this interview to, you know.
Absolutely.
If you speak your heart, you know, it's just God helps, you know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I fell in love, and you know, he talks about Portugal and Life of Pi. When that's my parents, they are from. He talks about, my God, Gérard Depardieu is in this film, and I worked with Gérard Depardieu when I was a kid. So that film is so connected to me, it's not even funny. So many aspects. But the principle for me was the fact he was that little kid. He was in the middle of the ocean, facing his own fear, which was a tiger. And I went through the same, but not in the ocean. I faced a psychopath coming to the dark room every day. And I had to face hunger, I had to face thirst, I had to face pain. I was skin and bone when I was rescued. I lost a baby. So I lived with death every day.
Oh my God.
So I understand that character. I felt so related, and I felt that would be a great director for my film. You will understand me. You will understand my pain. So that's why I made that choice. We'll see.
We see. Okay.
I don't know if you have any other more questions.
But now you seems you recover well, huh, after this suffering, huh? And
yes, I did. I did.
Partly you faced it, and you turn this experience into your thinking. You make a summary think and turn into this reality works. Huh?
Yeah. Well, music helped me tremendously. Dancing helped me tremendously.
Because if you do not speak like that, the past history or your past experience, you know, I cannot see that you experience so much. But you seems now you're okay, huh?
Absolutely. Well, you know, everything is because I'm lucky. The fact that I'm an artist, it was easy for me to express myself. So, you know, I remember that I did a lot of auditions to get the part for a film, and a lot of the characters, they would suit me so perfectly because I could reveal my own pain. And, you know, as an actor, you show your real you.
Yeah.
People they think it's not, but it is. That's when you reveal your real you in front of camera.
Then you touch people, you know.
When you're on the camera, you actually reveal your real you.
Yeah.
The side that you're afraid to show it.
Yeah.
When on your daily basis, in the real life, we are all actors. We use a mask to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
But when you're on camera and you're telling a story, being an actor, actually it's showing your real you.
Yeah.
All the colors.
Yeah.
The dark side being all of us as quality.
Exposed, yeah.
Yeah, all of us.
Everything is exposed.
Yeah, all of us as ability to kill.
Yeah.
All of us as ability for revenge. All of us as ability to be psychopath if we want to.
Yeah.
You just have to go there. So that's why, you know, being an actor for me, he allowed me to really show all my demons and without being judged. Actually be admired by it. So for me, it helped me tremendously, and to lay it out all the bad energy that I had. And like I said, my parents, they were great. My boyfriend at that time, he was great. I had all the support I needed to really heal myself.
Healing yourself.
There's nothing better than love. It was love.
Yeah.
Really, love is what really healed me.
Yeah.
And you know, you can fight for money, you can fight for power, but in the end of the day, if you don't have no love in your life, it's like you're dead.
And you're shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, you're dead. And love is what it makes you live. It gives you strength. I mean, why I've been spending 4 years to make this film happen, because it comes from love. It comes from the heart. You know, people, they are capable to build buildings and create, like television, radio exists because of the passion of the creators, because they love it so much and they create it. Why we go to the moon? Because we love the universe. So everything, it comes from love. Love is the force of everything. Love, if you don't have love in your life, you go through the auto-destruction. But if you do have love in your life and you embrace it, actually you heal yourself. You heal yourself. So it was love who really healed me more than anything else.
Oh, this is amazing, you know. amazing lessons. You know, you told me I experienced that. You know, but I got I think in comparison, me do not have too much deep suffer as you. You know, but I do understand what you say. You know.
Well, you know,
Because normally, you know, because you have this special experience, you know, but normally, like lots of people, maybe like me or like many of the women, you know, they just normally, you know, they just have normal life, you know. The most painful maybe just broke up or no money or you know whatever. It's just kind of thing.
exactly.
And no political, no political. But of course, you know, some political and left something. Oh, you broke up, you experience better than it suffers, but it's not like. Well, I think what you related is also what you story also related to the political, huh?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So it's so you make it bigger, you know, it's gender, the size is bigger, huh?
absolutely. I mean,
And
think about the movie Passion of Christ. You don't have to be religious, but Passion of Christ. I have a gentleman actually went to see the film, and he after the film he went to the police and he said to the police, "I killed my wife 7 years ago, and hidden the body in my garden." And he decided to tell the truth. And he said, "Why you want to say the truth now?" "Well, because I'm looking for redemption. I want to be a different person because this film changed me." So that film that Mel Gibson did changed one man. He made a criminal to become a good person. So this film is for everybody.
oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, so this film is for everybody. It's not just for the victims of human trafficking. It's not just the women that are abused or children that are abused. Also can be, it could be, it's done for pedophiles. It's done for human traffickers. It's done for criminals. Maybe when they see my film, they are so moved that they decide to be a better person.
Yeah.
You know, you'll never know. It's the power of image.
Yeah.
You know, image has more power than 10,000 words. And it stays on in your memory.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way it is. It's that's my hope.
Yeah, so this is the difference with the old works and the other Hollywood type movies, huh?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I'm neutral. You know, you have to realize that I'm an artist. My job is to be neutral. My job is to educate people. It's up to them to follow. It's up to them to see the truth or not. I am an entertainer. So also it's about entertaining people.
Yeah.
So I'm not a political, and I don't think my film would be political. But
But
definitely
anyway-
will have the hint, you will have the message there, but it's up to you to take it.
But because you know, like what I say, you know, but for the normal person or for the normal girl, you know, normal woman, they do not experience all this, you know. But you know, but if like you, if you experience related with politics, if related special hero or related some you know big person, you know, or related or someone the engine starter, you know. So
Yeah.
it may drive you into other like the tribe. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So but normal woman like me, the most maybe just broke up, maybe just no money, you know. So this is I think yours is very big story. You know?
Well, you know,
And with
it is. It's not.
with political related, you know.
It is. Of course, it is because it is a problem of today. You know, people they talk about economic recession worldwide, and I'm like, wait a minute, the money doesn't disappear; it goes somewhere. And last year, the profits for human trafficking itself, it was $32 billion. I'm like, wow, just with slavery. So 32 billion, it's a lot of money. So, you know,
So,
it is
you know,
political.
So this is what I'm trying to ask you is just you know what's the difference and what's the difference with the old story? You know, they have the land of the free, they have another word, and also what's the difference with
the other
this
stories?
thing? Yeah,
The other-
because Hollywood they have the certain types or certain model, you know.
Yeah,
Like-
they do have a certain model, and we do follow that model, and somehow,
Yeah.
because we have action, we have everything in the film,
Yeah,
but we're breaking the rules too.
yeah,
And don't forget that actually today, a lot of the films that are very successful, they're actually breaking the rules. It's unique to compare to other films about human trafficking. A lot of the films, they come from a fantasy, from imagination. The writer or the actress or the producer never been involved in human trafficking. They've never been in a dark room. They don't know how it feels like.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. I came from the dark room. I know, I felt it. I know what it means to be a slave. I've been there. And I know how it feels like. So when you go to an experience like that, obviously the story is gonna reach a different level where no one has done it. So, and I'm reaching that level, and we know we did. And for me, it's so important to, you know, our film, it's a feature film, but it has the quality of a documentary. If you think about the film City of God, Constant Garner, you look to those films, you're like, no, they're feature films, they're based on a true story. They use real people, but it was a feature film. And they were unique, they were very successful. Actually, City of God became like the third best movie ever done in the 20th century. So that tells you a lot. That people, today, people that are looking for projects that are mainstream. They're looking for something that is different. They're looking for something that can inspire. Story can inspire. Yeah. And my film, that's the difference between other films about human trafficking. They're too negative. They don't show the reality. It's about pour me. My film, it's about the slave who becomes a hero. And it's a winner. So it's an inspiration. It's about hope. My film, it's about hope. Hope for a change. And it's possible if people get together, if we're more in touch with our human side. You know, with our emotions, with our heart, and start using so much our brain. There's a quote that I really love. It is saying that our brain is the voice of the devil, and the heart is the voice of God. I'm not being religious. It's just a metaphor. For me, it makes totally sense because your heart is your intuition. It's always right, but your brain, from the brain only comes the fear. Fear comes from your brain.
Yeah.
And it controls you, and that's why we make mistakes in our life. Greed comes from fear. To control, the need to control comes from fear. Desperation comes from fear. All that comes from your mind. It doesn't come from your heart, because courage always comes from your heart. So that's what my film is about. It's about being courageous and face the fear and not let yourself be controlled by the fear. And we need that more and more, and not be, you know, manipulated by media, being manipulated by computers, but be more in touch with ourselves.
Your own heart,
with your heart, with your inner.
As a human being.
Yeah, with
as
your
a
soul.
Human being.
Yeah, as a human being.
Not
because we're missing that.
Yeah.
We're missing.
Yeah.
It's missing. We're missing that. And that's why we have. Look at young people here in the United States. Look at the people out of the blue they kill teachers, other students, other colleagues, like out of the blue. Look at what happened with black men. Because it comes from
the heart.
The heart. You know,
the
people.
Problem in your heart, yeah.
Yeah, because people they look. I'm desperate. I'm killing people because I'm looking for love, but he doesn't know how to look for love.
I think that is, I would like to quote that is a national system, you know, because here the American nation, of course, the crime everywhere, but here like people study as like Batman and the devil, you know, devil guy, to act as expert, you know. It seems it's so crazy, you know. It's just so crazy, you know, how it can turn like that, you know. How a human being can turn like us to study, you know, to study devil and to try to be as a devil, you know. So there must be somewhere wrong, you know. So
well, you know, also media.
So this is
it's their fault because a lot of the films
yes,
about
it's national system. So
yes.
this media and the movie, American entertainment, you know, entertainment, American education, you know, American news, you know, everywhere, you know. So
well, you know, a lot of the films in Hollywood, it's about corporation. It's about making the money. So, you know, they're portraying characters like being bad is being cool, revenge is being cool. So it's not about justice anymore. It's not about being good. So when you see things like that, it really instead to inspire goodness, instead to inspire hope. It just brings the worst of us, and that's, you know, and somehow media is responsible, but has a lot of ways to, you know, to heal this process, and the way to do it is making films that make sense, making films that they will inspire, educate, and make ourselves better people, being a better human being. And I think that's what an artist is about, is to teach people to be better human beings and be free. It's to be free.
Very good. So I think your subject is I mean your work subject is big, and also is touched to the hot problem of the prison, you know, in US and in the world. So it's very interesting story.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it's basically what it's about, and we're showing the truth, and that's why it's called Land of the Free, except for me.
Yeah, the name is a little bit confusing, you know, because we already have this name. You know,
well, the
so
Land of the Free, because United States represents the Land of the Free.
Yeah.
Except for me, it means that it's not free for everybody. It's not really free for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a myth.
Actually, you know, this is also it's complicated subject too, because before I came here, I read a little bit, you know, about this name, because Ricati let me to read the website, but he did not really send me website, so I just Google it. You know, he did not send me any subject or any of the content. So I just Google it. Google is most is about old films, and the other is this discussion about American is still the questions, you know, question and confuse and conflicts, and you know, lots of people also struggling on if American is still the land of the free, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It is not.
So it's used. It's many of the.
It's an irony.
Too.
You know the title. Yeah, the title is an irony. It's an irony. It's a metaphor, and it is. If we think about it in very few words, we're saying the truth. Land of free, except for me. It's not really the land of free.
Yeah,
it's a myth.
It's a symptom.
Yeah, it is. It's a myth, and why? Because, of course, you know, I can go on, but you know, I don't want to go there. Yeah. So, but it is. It's people. They have to come and watch the film. Watch the film, and then you will know. You will have the answers, and then maybe you can do a change.
Yeah. So this is very great.
Awakening. I think the film it's awakening.
Yeah.
Awakening, and it's a voice for change.
Yeah.
It is the time for change.
Yeah.
We need to change.
Yeah.
Not just because it's the life they're living today, but for tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we cannot respect each other, I don't think in 20 years or 30 years we will be here. We don't have respect for the nature, the Mother Nature. If we cannot respect the Mother Nature, if we cannot respect each other, how can we take care of our planet? And how can we survive? Because survival always depends on everybody. You cannot live alone.
Yeah, so I actually, you know, as I'm very looking forward to your work turned into the movie, you know, because I watched lots of movies, you know, although I'm not a movie expert, but you know, I watched lots of movies when I was in college, you know, most is classic movies, you know. Oscar award.
Well, the people they're already mentioning, they are mentioning a film as a possibility for Oscar winning. Right now, I just want the film to be made, and we will see.
I watch lots of the movies, but you know, but right now, you know, America, most of the big directors they turn into the movies like fictions, you know, fiction, sense, and violence, and you know, it's how it was, you know, it's love story. It's basically just a few type subject, you know. So I felt like for me, I'm very critical person. I don't like to always watch the same model, the same type. Always very like you're digesting or like you eat food. I have been eating every day the same. It makes me feel disgusting, you know. So I look forward to new fresh air, you know. I look forward to fresh seeds, you know, fresh vegetables.
It is that you said something right. Spread the seeds. That's basically it. Land of free, except for me, is to spread the seeds of goodness.
Yeah.
And also, it's the noise of freedom. Freedom. Freedom, it's the right that all of us own it. The moment that we're born. All of us has the right to choose our own destiny. And our film, it is about that. You have the right to choose your own destiny and to choose your own calling. You know, and being bad or being good, you just have the right to choose. It's about freedom. It's a calling for freedom. And it's a noise. It's the noise of freedom. That's why I call her film. A noise of freedom. And I hope it can spread the seeds, and I hope people can embrace it and love each other more. Make sure that the children, they're not abused anymore, because the moment that you find out the truth, I think you start working on it. You, little by little, even these tiny little things, you know, it's consciousness, it's collective consciousness. You will start working for it. You will protect more your children. The children will be more aware about human trafficking, so they're going to protect themselves. So that would be not as easy for human trafficking to really survive. Is the only way. Tiny little things. All of us can do something about it. You know, all of us. It's up to us. But it's about our future. It's important. It's the future of our children. Because, you know, we're living today, but in 50 years someone else is going to live. So we cannot be just selfish. Okay, I'm living today, I don't care about the others. You know, if you don't think about the others, you're not thinking about yourself, actually. It's ironic. But more you're selfish with yourself, more you hurt yourself. But if you more you embrace and help others, actually you're helping yourself. Help me to help you. It is basically what it is, you know. More you help others, the help will come to you. And that's the truth. It's about working together.
I think I have a suggestion. Maybe after the movie, you think one sentence like after we like to speak like that. You know, like in Chinese is in Hawaii is aloha. You know, aloha spirit. Or
aloha.
Oh, you. It's like that. You know, it's just like a spirit. You know, if after you watch the people watch the movie and then you create like something like this short, and then people can always see that, you know, and know the spirit, you know, they like the same type, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe you think about that, you know.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. It's true.
It's a spirit. It's a spirit. You gotta have like you know, like a doll. You know, people want to see the doll. The dolls, people, you know, it's always have that. You know, the dressing. When you see the symptom, or they see, it's feel you.
Yeah.
What they talk you, they feel your spirit, huh?
Yeah.
But you know, it's like in Hawaii, people have, you know, aloha everywhere, aloha.
Oh,
so they
okay.
don't think too much.
Your aura.
It's just symptom, you know, symbol, you know, like what you say is just all in condensed and all short into one sentence, you know.
Absolutely.
Then every day we see that, you know. This would be great.
You know, I have to be honest. Be an artist, we're always living in a world of utopia. That's why my company is called Utopia Lumiere Films. Utopia, because it's the land that you cannot reach, because it's so perfect. It's a perfection world. Lumiere, because it's light. Enlightenment is a French word. And films, obviously. So if you bring the three together, it becomes a vision. But a vision can always come from reality. So, and my reality right now is to make this film and make a change.
Yeah, great. So let's take a break, okay?
Take a break. I have to go.